clase. We're here in Unidad Uno, Desafío Tres, talking about superlatives, comparatives, and expressions of equality. Comparatives. Oh, make sure you're taking notes. Feel free to pause me. When it gets to the examples, I do the examples. You do one, you do two. That's your turn. So pause it and continue when ready. Comparatives compare two things against each other. So take a look at this note right here. Here's the basic formula is first thing es más or menos, adjective que second thing. So let's take a look at my example. Spanish class is more interesting than math class. La clase de español es más interesante que la clase de matemáticas. Really easy. Use más for more, menos for less. And make sure the adjective ending, like interesante, matches the thing you're talking about. Clase. Vale? You can do comparatives with verbs as well. It uses a slightly different phrase. It's going to be subject of the first thing, verb, más o menos, adjective, que, second thing. Let's try an example of that. So, yo escribo más bonito que ella. I write more pretty than she does. Yo escribo, I write. That's the subject is yo, verb is escribo. Más o menos, I picked más. The adjective is bonito, and then que is right there, and then the second thing is she, ella. That makes sense? I hope that helps. Well, let's try this one. Spanish is easier than French. Try that one, pause me, and continue when you're ready. And we'll do this together. Okay, you unpaused? You ready? Here we go. I hope your answer looks a little bit like this. El español es más fácil que el francés. El español es más fácil que el francés. Yeah? Okay, let's try example. Let's try you do too. I write better than my brother. All right. Pause me. Okay. And are you ready? Here's the answer. I hope you did it. Hope you did well on this. I, the subject of the first thing is I. The verb for write is yo escribo. Better than my brother. Ooh, not the greatest example. Well, it's going to be mejor. It's kind of in our next lesson, our next little bit below. Sorry about that. Mejor que mi hermano. If you put más bueno because you didn't remember mejor, well, then I understand why. So, sorry, but there are four words that don't use más o menos in front. That's mejor for better or best, peor for worst, mayor for older, oldest, and menor for younger, youngest. Okay, mayor, here's my clue on that. A mayor is kind of an old guy, right? So think of mayor as being older because it's an old dude. And you guys are minors, right? You're under 18, you're young. Think of menor, kind of looks like minor, so that will help with that one. Okay, example 3. So Javier is younger than Julia. Javier es menor que Julia. Note, like in English, we don't say he is more younger than Julia. That doesn't make sense. Just like in Spanish, they don't say that. Okay, so we can do this with the verb as well, kind of like with the formula we did above. Julia plays soccer better than Javier. Julia juega el fútbol mejor que Javier. That's a lot of J's. Okay, examples 3 and 4. Go ahead and pause me now so you can do examples 3, or you do 3 and you do 4, and then I'll do them with you here in just a sec. And paused. Are you ready? Do you unpause me now because you're ready to go? Great. So Victor is older than, I'm clicking the wrong place. Victor is older than Susana. It's going to be Victor es mayor que Susana. Did you get that? We play baseball better than they do. Nosotros jugamos el béisbol mejor que ellos. So remember that the word nosotros right here is an optional word. You don't need nosotros in Spanish. How are we doing so far? Any questions? 2 more topics, expressions of equality and superlatives. So when you want to say something is as good as or as blank as, or I verb as much as, this is what an expression of equality is. So Pedro is as happy as I am is going to be Pedro está, for Pedro is tan contento, tan meaning as contento como yo. So it's going to be tan, then the adjective, then como. Okay, hope that makes sense. With verbs, we don't use tan and como, we use tanto como after the verb. They're similar but a little bit different. So example 5. Los estudiantes hablan tanto como yo. The students talk as much as I do. Okay, ready to pause for you do 5, you do 6. I am as smart as Miguel. And number 6, Miguel studies as much as I do. Are you ready to go? Here we go. I am as smart as Miguel is, it's going to be the yo soy, and it's the first one, so tan, yo soy tan. The adjective is inteligente. Then we put the word como, and then the guy is Miguel. Yo soy tan inteligente como Miguel. The word yo, again, is optional. Miguel studies as much as I do, so it's going to be, start with Miguel studies. Miguel estudia, and then that's the verb. Miguel estudia, well, subject and verb. Tanto como, and then I do is yo. Miguel estudia tanto como yo. Does that make sense? We good so far? Okay. This last part of superlatives is entirely new. I did know we did not learn this last year. But superlatives make things extreme. You do this in Spanish by adding ísimo, ísima, ísimos, or ísimas to the end of an adjective when the adjective ends in a consonant. So, Maria is popular as Maria es popular. She is super popular or really popular as Maria es popularísima. Clase popularísima. Repitan, popularísima. Notice there's an accent mark in popularísima. If the adjective ends in a vowel, you drop the vowel before adding the new ending. So, Hugo is intelligent will be Hugo es inteligente. Hugo is super intelligent is going to be Hugo es inteligentísimo. Also, if you're boring, you can just add muy to the beginning of the verb to say very. But remember what the English teacher tells you about not trying to avoid using very whenever you can. So, Felipe is tired. Felipe is happy. Felipe está contento. Felipe está muy contento. Okay, you knew that like a long time ago. So, you do 6. He is super weak. The word débil is weak. So I'm just going to give that to you. And then you do 7. They are super creative. Pause me and then resume when you're ready, and we'll be ready to go. And you pause me, you unpause me, you're ready to go. He is super weak. He is él es débil. Él es debilísimo. Oh, it doesn't like my debilísimo. What's it telling me? It doesn't know that word. Wow. Autocorrect is imperfect. They are super creative. Ellos son creativos. Es creativísimos. So did you get the endings right? Ellos is they. Creativísimos is os. El is he, ends in o, for masculine singular. Debilísimo ends in o. All right. I hope that helps you. That's your notes on superlatives and comparatives and expressions of inequality or of equality.